Oh, shoot.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm back. Not full, my voice is not fully there, but you can hear me a little bit better than you were going to be able to hear me last week. And so we're back again with another podcast, and this is Our Truth because I am his mom.
And I am her son.
So, people, do you ever wish that you can go back and tell your younger self basically, don't do that? Don't date that guy. Don't go see that movie. Don't drive that getaway car. Oh, okay, I'm joking on the last one, kind of, sort of. Anyway, that's what this week's podcast is about. Then versus now. What would you tell your younger self if you could go back? So,
See, that's a good question though, because it's all about what that pertains to. Like, is it a certain thing? Is it multiple things? Like, is it you know,
so
that's a good
me,
question.
if I could go back, the first thing I would tell my younger self, saying I'm gonna go way back, way, way back. So the first thing I would tell my younger self is don't date Kenny Trent. That's the first thing I would tell my younger self. So when I was younger, I was actually dating a way older guy. He was like 6 years older than me. He was 20 when I was 15. And we dated for a year. And he turned out he is the reason for how I turned out when it comes to relationships and trusting men and the lack of being able to show love to men because like he proposed and everything. He met my family, all of my family and everything. And even though I was young, and I know you're like, why was someone his age dating someone that young? Well, it happened. So, but the thing was, I went over to his house one day and he was cheating. And at being such a young age, that was the very first time I had my heart broken. Like seriously, seriously broke my heart to the point where, I mean, I was like, never, ever again. And I went through it. I ain't gonna lie, because I was young. Like I said, I was 15. I went through it. And when I had finally snapped out of it, it was like a week later, and it was so crazy because as much as I had wanted him to call me and apologize and be like he was sorry and blah, 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 ironically, for that entire week that I was down spiraling, he never called. And when I pulled myself up and said, okay, tears is done. I'm finna buck up. No, I'm never gonna let another man make me feel like he made me feel. I'm done. And I'm say, harden my heart.
Mhm.
The next day he called, apologized, um, because there were certain things that I wanted him to do. Like saw this house I like, and I wanted him to put a down payment on this house. It was just certain. I wanted my ring. I was like, you proposed, but you never got my ring. Da da da. So it was a lot of things. So when he called like begging. I'm sorry. I got your ring. I put the down. I found the house. Da 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 da. And that's what took so long. I was looking for the house and I put a down payment on it, but I had hardened my heart so bad. I was like, you can take that ring, take that house, and shove it up your and never call me again. And that was it. So would I tell my younger self to accept his apology? No. I would tell my younger self never date Kenny Trent.
Hmm.
That's what I would tell my younger self.
Okay.
So you got one for around that
And
age?
you think that would have changed what?
If I wouldn't have dated Kenny Trent, I think it would have changed because I was incapable of, I'm not gonna say was, I am incapable of truly giving my all to a man. Like I would love them to, I don't even know if I can't say I love them. I would like them to a certain extent, but love them, no. You're never gonna get all that from me. I never, to me, by him being my first, I guess because he was my first boyfriend, 'cause again, when we started dating, I was 14. And when we broke up, I was 15 and a half. So I guess by him being my first, and that was my introduction to men, I really believe that I wouldn't have such a harsh disposition when it comes to men if I never would have met him. And then maybe I would have chose differently. Like I grew, I grew up intentionally dating guys that I knew I would not fall in love with. That it was an impossibility. If it's because of their character or their personality or their just, basically fun with, get down, enjoy having spending time with, but never fall in love with, not deeply. I think it would have been different if I wouldn't have never dated him.
Hmm.
Hello?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I tried. Like y'all did, I really tried. And I, I I'm gonna tell you something. It was it's not funny. So like I'm skipping like y'all did. He asked me, like seriously, if I loved him. And I wanted to tell him yes so bad, but I didn't because I couldn't. It was not a possibility. So I was like, no. And we broke up that day. Cause he's like, well, where's this going? I was like, I don't know where it's going. I said, can't we just continue like it is? Why we gotta put love in it? Why why you gotta mix love into, we doing good. And he wanted more. He wanted something I couldn't give.
Hmm. See, that's understandable. And sometimes that's how it is. Certain things in your past affects what goes on in your future. Um, I don't know. Let me see something. If I could go back to my childhood, change something. Hmm, man, I've never. It's crazy. I never thought about this. So like ever. Like, man, I don't go back and change. I wish I never did. Not when I was a kid. Not younger. Let me see. Huh. Let me think. Shy. I would say that if I could go back and change anything, I would change how shy I was and how long it took me to break out of that shyness. Cause I didn't break out of my shyness for real, till I was like 14 years old,
So
13,
what would you
14
tell
years
your
old.
younger self?
Oh, I would basically tell my younger self, lean into the things that make you great. No, lean into the things that you think make you great and let that be the reason why you shine. Um, Early on, not so late. Cause, like being an artist, being able to draw, being funny, being able to sing. I was in choir way before I was rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that I could have been doing in other settings to break away from my shyness. Instead, I would be I had moments where I'd be goofy and silly and I wouldn't be shy, but I was, when it came to putting myself out there and showing my talents like everybody else, very, very shy. It's actually a slight problem I deal with now. Like I have no problem with doing things and making music, putting it out there, but it's the whole being out in people's vision. I never really care for it. Like I've done it. I've been in the spotlight many times, but I don't really care for that. I like, it's like when I'm there, I'm really, really, people don't understand. Like I smile a lot because I'm very, very nervous. I'm shy. And because I'm in the spotlight, because everybody's watching me or looking at me, I'm going to smile a lot. So it's like, that's how I deal with that. I feel it when I go into tournaments. It's not the fact that when I'm feeling nervous and all that, I don't be worried about that I'm gonna lose. Like, cause lose or win, I'm gonna have fun. I know I'm gonna kick the person who kicking me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm more concerned about who's about to be watching me. You know what I'm saying? Like even though I don't know none of these people, but it's still like
Mhm.
they're gonna be watching me. Everybody's watching me. Don't mess up. Don't slip. Don't fall. They're watching you. So I don't want, like, that's why it's like performing, rapping, basketball. It's like always I feel like I will always stumble or mess up a little bit because I was so nervous about being watched because I was shy. I didn't want to do this in front of people. Like, oh man, I'm cold when I'm by myself, or I'm cold when this and that. But as soon as I'm in front of people, I'm like, oh shoot, they're watching me. But I've changed that a little bit now that I'm a lot much older, and it's like, now I don't really care. Like this is not shy or not being shy. Is more so I don't care. Shoot, I'm doing this. It's me. You see me doing it. I'm doing it. So like, so that be something I tell myself. Like, hey dude, you ain't gotta be shy, man. You like that girl? Go talk to her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want to join that little that little flip team, even though you tall? Go ahead. They'll teach you how to flip. You wanna I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I did that I wanted to do though, so I can't say I was shy when it came to stuff. I guess I was shy when it came to girls and shy when it came to performing in front of people. So it's more so like, hey, get over that, man. You got this. Like, and the better you do, people gonna cheer for you. Even the people who you don't even know gonna cheer for you, man, because they're excited to see you doing it. Because they can't do it and they see you doing it, and it's like, hey, you can do it. I might be able to do it.
Right. Another thing I would tell my younger self when I was 14, don't start drinking.
Mm,
See, because as you know, drinking is very prevalent in this family. And if I can go back, I would tell my 14-year-old self, it ain't what you think it is. Don't ask for that cup. Don't switch out your cup of pop for a cup of Bacardi and rum, Bacardi rum and Coke. Don't do it. Just stay a child. Don't start drinking. So that's something else that I would tell my younger self.
hmm. Okay, okay, okay. Mm.
It's a lot.
It's not a lot
Oh
for
my
me. I
goodness.
realize that.
Not a lot for you.
No, it's not.
I would tell my younger self, do not, under any circumstances, go to the west side. Stay off of the west side of Chicago. It's not. You're going to end up in a situation
I had to see what don't I like about me. I like the way I turned out, so I can't really say
that's well,
like. I
I like
mean,
how I turned out,
I
but
don't know.
I made a lot of bad choices.
I did too, but it's like those bad choices I was doing because I was of what I was living, and it's like if I wasn't in the living situation, then I wouldn't have been doing it. Like, okay, like let me see. Something I would take back as if I could tell myself is not to be so hard headed.
I
Who's
don't think
who's
you was hard headed.
um yeah, I was. Who's knocking on my door? Did we just tell
I,
me
I
that?
I don't think it was hard. I don't. You was more rebellious than hard headed. Like you did what you was told to do, but you did what you wanted to do too at the same damn time. So it was more like, okay, I want. It's you was a ask for. I rather ask for forgiveness than permission type of child. Like you would do something, and I'd be like, you know darn well you weren't supposed to do that. You know you weren't supposed to do that, but you'll be looking like, oh well, I did it. You was that type of child. I'm gonna ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah, that's in my
And that
opinion.
would, huh?
I'm about to say, in my opinion, that's being hard headed. That's
No, not
not
really, because
listening, not doing what you're supposed to.
yeah, but
You
not
know,
doing what you know you weren't supposed to.
right? You know, and I think I would have been a better child. I would tell myself, hey, these people know good for you. You should listen to some of them. And I would be like, this is who you listen to. This is who you listen to. Don't listen to this person. I don't care how much you get like them. Don't listen to this person. I don't care how much you think they're influenced by you. Listen to this person. Listen to this person. If you want to turn out like this, follow this person. Follow this person. Follow this person. If you follow these people, you're gonna turn out like this. And that's pretty much how I would have did it. I would have. If I could go back, I wouldn't just go back and tell myself stuff. I would literally make myself do the opposite of a lot of different decisions. Like that moment I was drinking with your brother. I would have been like, hey, you're 9 years old. Don't go. He's 19. Don't do. You want to hang out with your uncle so bad. He's gonna he's gonna put you in a situation where it's like, hey, you're with me. You want to be grown. This is what grown ups do. And he's not even grown. He's a teenager himself. So are you gonna do this? You know, it was like, oh yeah, you know what? You're right, bigger me. But at the same time, it's like butterfly effect or yeah, butterfly effect. Because I was gonna say Back to the Future effect, but no, it's the butterfly effect. Because you change one thing, something small like that, I come back to the future. I, I, man, ain't no telling. Like I'm not. I come back and my body's different. I feel different in the inside. I'm like, there's no anger. Oh my, or like, man, like why I feel so weak in the inside and I feel like a pushover. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't go through what I went through. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh yeah,
never drank, so I never experienced having a hangover. I never experienced hanging out with people who drink and then like and toughening up. Like it's certain things that you don't know what it will affect. So I would make
because if you
these
think about it,
decisions.
it did kind of stop the cycle because of that situation. It had a completely different effect on you than it had. Like me, I did him as my brother the same way my cousins did me. You want to hang around with me at such a young age, you're gonna do what I'm doing. You're gonna drink. You're gonna chill. You're gonna. So I did, him the same way because that's how I was done. And with you don't drink like we drink, and you for a long time, you didn't drink at all. Like, you didn't even like the taste after that. With him and me is differently. Like, he don't drink now, but back then, it was completely different. And I ain't gonna lie, I still drink. Even after, I still drink. Um,
Yeah, that's because I was 9. I was only like it was
he was the
nobody
same
who I could
age.
be around and drink with. There was one like after that moment I was like, hey, let me go find some other uncles and drink with them all the time. No, I ain't really started drinking until I moved to California. And that was when I was like 13. Then I was drinking all the time.
Right. It's just, yeah. If y'all don't know it, unfortunately, my family we have a family of alcoholics, just pretty much. They are. Like, everyone in the family drinks.
But you know what? I was a responsible teenage drinker. That sounds so funny.
Right. A responsible
Because
teenage drinker.
the reason
Really,
why I say this, and
those
I am
words can't
not
go hand in
promoting, look,
hand.
I am not promoting teenage drinking, not even a little bit. But the reason why I state that I was a responsible teenage drinker is because I only drank on the weekends. And I didn't drink at school. I didn't drink before school.
And I can
And,
honestly say,
I made
because
sure I drank in safe places. I didn't go to places where something would happen to me. I mean, not the same for marijuana. That's different. You just, smoke at school, smoke before going to school, like, sorry, Oceanside High
and
School,
I
but,
told my
smoking your
kids
dugout.
also, basically, I wasn't one of those mothers that was like, "Oh, my child would never." I did it, and I'm a girl. I have boys. There's no my child would never. I just made sure to tell them, if you don't see it open, don't drink it. If you don't see it roll, don't smoke it. Period. I'm not gonna be, "Oh, my child, what did they give him? What happened?" Boy, crap. I wasn't gonna be one of them mothers. I wanted them to I lived in reality. I wanted them to be safe. Yeah, would I have loved that they didn't do it? Yeah, most definitely. Was I gonna fool myself into thinking that they might not do it? No, definitely not. Um, because you can't watch them 24/7. And they have their own peers, like I have my peers. They have their own peers. And they're gonna follow their peers. And you can only protect them for so long. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's definitely
But you
true.
know what else I would tell my younger self when I did start having kids? Get that RV and do exactly what you want to do. Don't chicken out.
Hmm.
Like, when y'all was younger, I had wanted to get an RV, homeschool y'all, get an RV and travel, state to state where I homeschool y'all. But I chickened out and
You
didn't do
probably
it.
didn't think that was a good way to raise us out on the road, moving around.
Pretty much. So I didn't do it. But I would tell my younger self, if I could change that, I would tell my younger self, do it. Go for it.
If I could change something, I'd tell myself not to hang out with killers, drug dealers, and pimps and stuff like that. I would have told myself to hang out with a more peaceful crowd. I would have told myself, like, there's, I would have been honest with myself. There's excitement in it, but there's a lot of danger in it. And there's a lot of watching over your back in it. And these are not the guys you want to hang around or be around or do things around. And if I would have never been in a situation where I was making money off a lot of people, I wouldn't have been around a lot of people. I would have been putting myself in situations, but I wanted their money. So I would be around them. I'd be cool with them. And knowing what they did, which didn't bother me because I knew who I was. And I don't know, the silly side of me, the goofy part of me would be comfortable. And I don't know, it made some people question who I was and my capabilities. And it got to the point to where some people would test me because how cool I was, how goofy I was, how silly I was.
Yeah.
So it's like it would put me in a situation where I could no longer enjoy being myself, being funny, silly, because now I gotta be tough. Now I gotta put my hands on somebody, which I didn't really enjoy doing. Like I don't like fighting. I never liked fighting. I've always enjoyed defending myself though, because it's like, oh, now I have to do this. Because when I was younger and I was allowed to, that's exactly how I would respond. It was like, ooh, you just hit me. I get to hit you back. So it's like, now we get to fight. Now you see, like, not only am I goofy, silly, but I will fight you. I will put my hands back on you. You can't just hit me and think that's what it's gonna be. I don't care how silly or goofy you think I am. And that's how I grew up, you know? And it was like, even when, and then I put myself around that crowd and was like, y'all gonna respect who I am and know who I am. And if y'all disrespect that, then things get out of line. And it got to the point to where when man, people, man, I can't even sugarcoat it, but people knew who I was. And I ain't have to put up a front. I ain't have to walk around all tough all every day. Because people knew how I would get down. And I could smile, I could be goofy and silly and be around killers and drug dealers and pimps and all that. And they looking at me like, how are you with these people? How are you hanging out with these people? How are you around these people? Because I got what they want for a nice price. You
And
know,
that's
and it
going
was like, and I would have told myself, listen, you don't want to do that. Stick to the script. Go to school. Do the basketball, man. You could go far there. You're tall. People expect you to be a basketball player. And don't let that bother you. Don't let the fact that your height is people expect you to go a certain route. And if you don't make it in that route, you feel like you're a failure to everybody around you. No. Don't even feel that way. It's your life. Try it out. If you enjoy basketball, do it. Don't hang out with these people. Don't do this stuff. This is no future in this. Yeah, you can rap about it, but
right.
trust me, there's nothing fun in that. And that's what I would have told myself. And that's at an older age. At that point, I'm in high school. Yeah, I would tell myself that, like, don't do that. Focus on the drama club. Focus on being on the chess club. Focus on, and this is stuff I was actually doing. Like, focus on the chess club, the drama club. Focus on being in the wood shop, the basketball team, the football team. Focus on those things. Have fun. Be a kid. I just tell myself that. Be a kid. Enjoy California for what it is, man. And why are you doing this other stuff? Like, go to more auditions. Stop getting distracted by your failures and go more. Do more. Do more. Do more.
I hear you on that. I had fun when I was younger, even though
Yeah.
I was bad. I ain't gonna say bad, even though I was some of the things that I did was not um c-
Obedient.
hmm huh.
Obedient. Things you were doing when I obedient.
Well, no, I moved out when I was 16.
Yeah.
So I ain't had nobody to be obedient to. I would still do that. Matter of fact, I would tell my younger self, quit being a punk, move out sooner. Um, I wouldn't have stayed till I was 16. I would have figured it out and left sooner. Um, but no, I okay. I enjoy hanging out, and it would go hand in hand. Like when I was hanging out, I enjoy hanging out. I enjoy kicking. I enjoy everything I did. I would just tell my younger self to eliminate the extracurriculars doing those activities. Like all of the drinking I did, that wouldn't be going out. The all of the, you know, experimentals, that wouldn't be going on. I would just hang, chill,
Hmm.
enjoy, that's just it. I would try to stay a child as long as possible because I grew up quick. So I would just tell my younger self, try to stay a child as long as possible. Enjoy and I would definitely tell my younger self, ignore your dad and go to the army.
Really tell
I took
yourself ignore the day and go to the army.
because I took ROTC because I wanted to go to the army, and I was part of this. after school program that every Saturday I went and I took classes, and it was like a second type of school, but basically I would have went into the army with rank.
Mm.
It was a program that I was going to, and I would have went in with rank. And when and my parents knew that I wanted to knew I wanted to enlist. And so basically I would tell my younger self, don't listen to your dad. He's gonna flake on you because he really honestly don't want you to go. Find you a backup ride. Because when I was supposed to go and enlist, he refused to take me, and he was my ride. He kept telling me he was gonna take me. Oh, don't worry about finding nobody else. I'm gonna take you. But when it came down to it, he made me miss my appointment. I didn't have no other ride. And
Really?
yeah, because then he told me, well, because he didn't want me to go into the army. And I was pissed because I was like, well, why did you let me waste all those Saturdays? And he said, because he thought I would change my mind when I saw how it was. But I didn't. I was gung ho. I was ready. I knew that was a career. I was going to get to travel and be away from people, certain people. I was ready. So I would tell my younger self, don't trust your dad. He's gonna let you down. Find your own ride to go and sign the papers. Yeah.
Mm.
And I really do think that was if that situation would have been different, everything else would have been different. So I wouldn't have had to be telling my younger self anything else, because I wouldn't have been drinking, because I wouldn't have started drinking, because I wouldn't have been around to be drinking. I wouldn't have been hanging out. I wouldn't have met Kenny, because I wouldn't have been around to meet Kenny. I've been enlisted. All of this, none of that would have happened.
Right. Because you have been in the service.
No, I've been preparing,
Oh,
because
yeah.
once he
Yeah.
told me that, I quit that program. Once he didn't take me, I didn't go back to that program. I was done,
Oh, really?
really. So what did that do? That freed up my Saturdays to get into other things. And what did I start doing? I started hanging out with my cousins. And what were they doing? They were drinking. So what was I doing? I was drinking. I didn't have Sarah when I wasn't going on my cousin's house. I was hanging with my best friend, Ramona Fisher. I wish I could find her. And if I want to, and what were we doing? Hanging out. And what were we doing? We were drinking. So if I would have went, did the paperwork, I would have still been in the program. My Saturdays would have still been occupied, and everything would have been different.
Mm.
Because, what was the point of going other program when I can't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Right.
no. So, yeah.
Makes
I just thought
sense.
about that. Everything would have been different. I wouldn't have had to tell my young self none of that, because I wouldn't have went through any of that. I'd probably be telling my younger self something differently. Don't
Oh,
slap
yeah,
that
true.
staff sergeant for hollering in your face.
For real, for real. Overall, I mean, let me see. I guess I would have told myself to have a better attitude in school and don't let the fact that I'm smart keep me from
Respecting teachers?
Not just respecting teachers, because I had respect for certain teachers, but keep me from just because I'm smart, don't have a bad behavior. Because my bad behavior is which is dumb to me, but my bad behavior is what had me bad grades.
Which is crazy.
It's hard to
Right.
say that with a straight face without laughing, man. But yeah, my bad behavior was what 25% of my grade, 20%,
Yeah.
25% of my grade. So even if I had an A and I had a bad behavior, I actually had a
In
75, which is
California,
really a C.
what did it make up? Like a lot, which I thought was so stupid.
Yeah. So I had to do excellent on my tests and quizzes because I knew I was bad. I mean, not bad. I just knew that I got bored in class. I would want to talk to the other class, and it wasn't the classmates who were still doing work. It's not like I'm bothering them. No, I'm just talking to the other person that's finished. We're done. We're having this conversation. Give me some extra work if you want me to be quiet. But I feel like they was treating us like we was in jail. Do this work and be quiet. Like what? Don't call distraction. But now when people are at work and they got jobs, some people talk while they're at work. Some people have conversation while they're at work. And you don't hear people telling them be quiet, don't distract the other workers. So the whole
Man,
time we
cause
was in school and you making us be quiet to do a test and everything, or you making me be quiet while everybody else is doing their work so they can concentrate. What? And they put in situations where there's constantly, you may work in a field where there's constantly noise, constantly something happening where you can't concentrate.
yeah.
So I tell myself that, like, look, don't let your intelligence stop you from finishing school the right way, because you will let your attitude get the best of you. You're smart, but your behavior needs to change. Which probably I wouldn't have to say it or tell myself if I was hanging out with certain people.
He making his debut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wants to
I think
talk.
that I think that's I don't know. I think trying to think back. Oh, I would tell my younger self, follow your first mind. People, always follow your first man because nothing but if I would never had okay, so on my way to school, we usually walk one way to school and we was being lazy and some told me don't go that way, but it was like a shortcut to school. But some was like, don't go that way. I was being lazy. Already running late. Went that way anyway, and that's when I met guess who?
So,
Chuck. So
uh,
if I would have followed my first man that told me don't go that way, I would have never met him. And there we go.
hmm. Let's see.
I think that's about.
I I'm a little skeptical on this one.
Uh-oh.
Um,
What?
College. I would have told myself to finish getting my degree before having children, because mechanical engineering is not something that you could pursue while trying to focus on having a family. I mean, you can do it, but it ain't as easy as it would have been being a single man and just pursuing that degree. But having children, I can only go as far as my bachelor's now, which doesn't make me mad, but I feel like I was letting my age distract me from my goal. Cause I'm like, man, I don't want to be 30 just not having kids. And I was 26 when I first had my daughters. So I felt like I was really getting close.
Yeah.
And that's what I get for, but that's all because of life. I played around so much and I had just now started going to college. I waited. I was 22 when I went to school, 25 when I got my associates, and then it's like,
But it's never too late.
no,
I
no,
got my
definitely
bachelor's
not.
when I was what, 45?
Yeah, it's definitely not. I'm definitely still going to get them just so I can have them because I enjoy engineering. I enjoy, I enjoy being a math tutor. I know how I can get an extra mathematical degree on top of that, and I can retire as a substitute teacher or something. Do something like people like, why do you teach? There's ain't much money in this. Oh, I don't got nothing else to do, man. I teach, go home, make music, chill with my kids. Oh, you rap, Mister Colley? Yeah, I rap. Oh, what you rap about? Cause you older, man. You can't be rapping like nah. Everybody can rap, man. Age ain't no limit on that. You got rock stars at 60 years old, man. No, I can rap,
Right.
but yeah, and it, I know that would change drastically because I wouldn't have my babies, and my life would be different. And ain't no telling how different it'd be. Ain't no telling if I would have chose to do that, got my degree, and was like, you know what? I don't want no kids. Now I gotta pursue this career doing this. I'm so caught up in this and this and this doing this. I travel too much. I can never meet
That
somebody. Oh,
is
I can't.
true.
You know what I'm saying? Now I travel too much, and I can never meet somebody and settle down unless she in the engineering field with me. And then what if she don't want to have kids and I fall in love? Now I fall in love with a woman who don't want to have children, so I decide not to have kids. Now I don't have a bloodline. Things
So,
could
yeah, a
happen
lot of you
differently,
don't
man.
think about
Especially
none of that.
when you could
Right.
pursue a life of being an engineer. I could get the engineering degree and there's no children.
Yeah.
Versus me having my children and still being able to pursue that engineering degree.
So basically it'll be not don't have kids, but just stick
But
with it.
stick with it. Yep.
Don't let the fact that you had
Don't let
kids stop
life
you.
stop you from pursuing your goal because
Yeah,
you're on a good one and you're smart enough to get it done.
pretty much.
Which is something that can really take to heed right now because I'm 36. I can still get a degree in my bachelor's before I'm 40.
Yep. But yeah, I think I know. I think but yeah, those are just the things I want to say one thing I would tell my younger self, but I don't know if I should say it on here. I know it's our truth, but also I don't how much of my life should I share is what I'm thinking.
I always think about stuff like that, like when it comes to publicity and being famous and people know who I am and what's out there that I don't want people to know about me. And what's public about me that I don't know that people could find out. And so it's like, it's
Well,
a gamble.
this isn't public. Um, I would tell my younger self, I would put it like this. I would tell my younger self, be cautious of who you associate with from the age of 12 to the age of 15 outside of your family. That's what I would tell my younger self. Don't associate with the ones that you stay away from the people you're associating with.
Right. People that's not your family.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, it's kind of crazy because my family introduced me. So would that still work?
I don't know.
Huh. I would tell my young self, don't fall for the hype. It ain't what it ain't what they say it is. Don't fall for the hype.
If you don't want to talk about it, you shouldn't talk about it at all because you can't say don't fall for the hype like that with no context. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
people. Okay, I'll put it like
Like,
this. And don't judge me.
just don't talk
I'll
about
be
it.
but I'm already because they're gonna be wondering now. Because you said that.
No, because you said that.
I said what?
What you said. That's why they're going to be wondering.
It'll be a story for another day if we get more subscribers, then I'll tell my people. I tell that. That'll be a story for more people. Get more people listening. And if they want to know, then I'll tell it.
Okay.
How about that? What do you say to that, sir?
I said, okay.
Oh,
That's,
I didn't even hear you.
yeah.
But all in all, I pretty much like the life that I lived. I only have one regret, to be honest, and that's not going to the surface because I really, I worked hard when I was in that program. Like I said, I was in JROTC and all that in school, and I really um regret not following through. I that's the only thing I regret. Not, but I said and I tried. I couldn't think of anyone that to take me. But yeah, that's the only regret that I have,
I
basically.
regret leaving California. That's the only regret I have.
You say you regret leaving California?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I
okay.
feel like if I would have just stuck to it at one point, I would have made it. Yeah, because
With your
things was
acting, you
negative
think?
going on. Yeah, well, a lot. Yeah, because things was negative in my point. That would be my turnaround story. A lot of people was going through worse that made it. Even if I
Yeah,
would end up going to jail or getting in trouble, well, yeah, I still would. It would have been like a sit down moment for me instead of me doing what I was doing and getting away with a lot more. I wasn't put in a situation where I had to learn a lesson of of life of like consequences. It was more so no matter what, there's always a way for me. That's why I never cared. That's why it took me so long to actually get my little certificate for school and get my degree. Cause I was like, I can make money without it. I'm doing good without it. I got a life without it. I'm like, what am I?
right.
I'm like, what? Prove to me that I need a piece of paper to live. Like, what? I got a driver's license, but I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? It was like stuff like that, you know? I got a driver's license, but I ain't got a high school diploma. Please, man. Like, I'm just doing stuff. I'm moving around. I'm getting it done. I got money in my pocket, but I ain't graduated from high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could still give you mathematical equations and have the best conversation with you, you wouldn't even know I didn't graduate from high school from having a conversation with me. You'd just be like, what? How? Why not? You got into a fight? Oh, that's why you didn't finish school? Yeah. Not academically. Academically, I was good. Besides my behavior. But so yeah, my regret would be leaving California because I could have suck it up, be like, nah, I'm stay out here. I know what I can do. I'm staying.
See,
Yep. Drop me off right here on the corner.
you're not right here on the corner.
Hey, pick me up where you found me. Uh,
Nah,
hey.
pick me up where you found me.
Not to sound mean, but hey, you sure? I'm sure. I'm sure. How much did I make out of this? Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Mm-mm. So yeah, um, no regrets. Don't have regrets. It's all, as you see, it's all hypothetical. You know, you can't go back and tell your younger self any of those things. Be nice if we could. Like I said, mine only would be to join the service. I would have a backup ride. I definitely would. Because I'll be retired by now. I'm 56. I'll be living pretty right now.
Yeah, I
But
could have took my little bread I had left and invested in myself.
see, well, people, in the comments, if you can go back and tell your younger self anything, what would it be? Don't kiss Michael Bivins under the bleachers. I, don't- I did not do that. We didn't even have bleachers in my school. Did we have bleachers? No, but we didn't have, no. Our outside wasn't like that. You ain't kissing nobody. It was the brick can, one no bleachers. It was brick slabs. But anyway, that's too funny.
I also would have told myself to do their best to stay in touch with certain people. Never lose touch. Because there's some people who I'm not
Yeah.
close. There's some people I'm not close with that I used to be close with, and I feel like I'll never be close with them like how it was when we were younger. And it sucks, but that's life, you know.
Yeah, most definitely.
And when you grow up, you don't think that these people aren't. You don't think that you won't be close to these people when you're little. And y'all get older, and you realize, man, I don't even talk to this person no more. Like,
Right. Don't even know where they at.
man,
Yeah. Yeah, I would told my younger self, make sure you pay attention to what you did with Ramona's phone number. Don't just stick it in a pair of pants and forget about it. Because one walked all the way over her house to get her phone number just to lose it.
that's crazy.
I know. And promised to stay in touch. But I could after that could not find her phone number for anything. But yeah. That is something I would tell my young self. Keep up with that phone number. But let's see what word we have for you people out there in La La Land. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the word. Now I am going to try to pronounce it and then I'm going to spell it so that don't be laughing,
I'm not. I'll just snicker.
but child can try to spell it. Anachronism.
Oh, I can spell that.
Anachronism.
I knew it.
You ain't know nothing.
Well, when I said I could spell it, I thought you were gonna let me.
Oh, I will next time.
If I can spell it,
Then
don't just
pronounce it.
assume. So I will next time, and then throw me out there in a dozen of words like pneumonia. Wow, Neum. Nope, there's a P in the front. Like what?
Okay, pronounce it.
You just did. That's how you say it.
Okay, you agree with me? Say it
Say the word
yourself.
again. I mean, spell it again.
Anachronism. Ronism.
Anachronism.
Okay, let's see what she says. Cut this ringer back up. Oh no. And let's see.
Anachronism.
Told you.
Anachronism.
Anachronism. That's exactly what you said.
Anachronism.
Anachronism. Something that is out of its time, belonging to a period other than that in which it exists.
Oh, I didn't care what the definition was. Isms always stay. Any word that's a ism stays. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's just how that goes. Isms.
Any isms?
Yeah, any
All
ism.
isms is allowed.
Anachronism, circumcision. What other words is there?
Precision.
That's not ism. That's ism.
That's not ism.
Ism is I am.
Y'all
like
heard
prism.
it here, people. All ism stays.
All isms.
All isms.
All isms.
They are
like,
allowed.
I didn't even care. I knew the definition would be cold. Like, I want her to say it again. Because a word that ends with ism, if you type it in right now and y'all can bring it up, any word that ends with ISM has a nice definition.
You want me to say the definition again?
Yep.
Something that is out of its time, belonging to a period other than that in which it exists.
Exactly.
Sorry, folks.
Which means if you found an old phone, a dial-up phone in 2026 and somebody had it plugged up in their house and it was working, that, my sir, would be anachronism. Ooh, I got anachronisms in my home. I got PS2s, PS1s. Like, yes, that's a word. I got Pokemon cards from back when I was 5, 6. Yes. Yeah.
We got a Nintendo 64.
I have a Nintendo 64.
Oh my God, here we go. You know what?
I don't even know why you spoke on it in the Wii form.
I'm not even finna go there with him.
You bought it for your children, and just because
and
you
then y'all argued
it
about
from
it,
us,
and I took it from y'all.
yeah, as a punishment, and you forgot to give it back.
You
forgot so
I
much
didn't
that
give
you
it
got
back.
us other games that forgot to give us our game.
There was no forgetting. I was not giving it back.
And as the oldest son,
I was not giving it back.
I'm taking the game. So
I was not giving it back. This is an argument that's going to stand the test of time because I was not giving it back.
Yeah. If I got to find your wheel and rewrite some stuff and put in there, Antoine gets the Nintendo 64.
Did y'all heard him live what he's going to do? He going to do to my wheel. Y'all heard it right here, people. So
they'll be sitting there looking. I'm just going to have my fingers crossed. Now, what about the 64? Hold on, get to the 64.
That's a shame.
But no, and we got to play it because you just brought it. It's in the living room. We got to get down on it.
Yeah, most definitely. 007, baby.
You said it like
you know
said it like you was playing the game with us. Like you 007,
okay, I was
baby.
playing the other one.
Right. You definitely did. You played the mess out of that Mario game.
I sure did.
I think that's why you took it from us, to play our game.
Play y'all game. You know what, people? Do y'all hear him?
It wasn't yours.
Do y'all hear the pettiness?
Listen, parents, let me tell y'all something right now, man. I'm a parent, so I can say this. I bought my kids a PS4. That PS4 is theirs. If I want to play a PS4, I turn on mine. I do not touch their PS4. If they get in trouble, I'll take their PS4. But guess what? It's their PS4.
Anyway, he's a hater. Y'all heard the word. We're out of here. This is the end. I am so glad that y'all joined us. Have a good night. Be kind to someone on purpose. Be blessed.
Oh, I want to end it on this. For everybody out there who are siblings, I would have told myself to be a nicer big brother. Everybody out there who don't have the chance or who has a chance, be a better sibling.
Well, y'all
That's
heard
my
it.
truth.
Y'all have a good night. This is our truth because I am his mom.
And I am her son.
Peace.
Good night.
Good night.